إذا ضربتم في الأرض فليس عليكم جناح أن تقصروا من الصلاة إن خفتم أن يفتنكم الذين كفروا إن الكافرين كانوا لكم عدوا مبينا وإذا كنت فيهم فأقمت لهم الصلاة فلتقم طائفة منهم معك وليأخذوا أسلحتهم فإذا سجدوا فليكونوا من ورائكم ولتأت طائفة أخرى لم يصلوا فليصلوا معك وليأخذوا حذرهم وأسلحتهم ود الذين كفروا لو تغفلون عن أسلحتكم وأمتعتكم فيميلون عليكم ميلة واحدة ولا جناح عليكم إن كان بكم أذى من مطر أو كنتم مرضى أن تضعوا أسلحتكم وخذوا حذركم إن الله أعد للكافرين عذابا مهينا. صدق الله العظيم. Continuing with some ahkam and rulings. Often when the Muslim mujahideen would go out, they would be in the state of traveling. So as they would be traveling in safar, they are musafir. So the rulings of salah, the Quran al-Kareem mentions over here. Now, although this isn't specific with the mujahideen, anyone who is traveling shar'i distance, which popularly we know as 48 miles, some say 52 miles, regardless, whichever position someone's taking, then the hukum, the ruling of the salah, of salatul qasr is being mentioned here. So, إِذَا ضَرَبْتُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ, when you go out and travel in the land, meaning if a person is a musafir, is a traveler, in the shar'i sense. فَلَيْسَ عَلَيْكُمْ جُنَاحٌ أَن تَقْصُرُوا مِنَ الصَّلَاةِ. There is no blame, there is no sin upon you for shortening your salah. Meaning the Sahaba and the Muslims should not feel that, look, we were praying 4 rakat, now our reward will be diminished. That the rule is that a person has to pray 2 rakat, for example, if it's a 4 rakat salah, Fajr will remain the same, Salatul Dhuhr, Asr and Isha will be changed. Right? The 4, the ruba'i, what we call, those salawat in which there are 4 rak'at which are prayed, those become 2. Fajr remains 2, and Maghrib remains 3. So a person should not think that there's any sin in this, or that your rewards are being diminished. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give the same reward. فَلَيْسَ عَلَيْكُمْ جُنَاحٌ أَن تَقْصُرُوا مِنَ الصَّلَاةِ. A person is considered to be a musafir, a traveler, as long as, firstly, whilst he is in the state of travel, or if he is staying in a place which is not his own home for lesser than 15 days. So if a person is going to work every week, they go to Detroit, for example, and they work there, and the weekends they're coming back, then this person, whilst they're in Detroit, for example, they will perform Salatul Qasr. When they're back home, over here in Glendale Heights or wherever they live in Chicago, then they will do itmam. Itmam means to pray the full salah, meaning the 4 rakat will be prayed as 4 rakat. إِنْ خِفْتُمْ أَنْ يَفْتِنَكُمُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. If you fear that those who disbelieve will test you, meaning it's not specific with this, but this is also one hikmah behind it. إِنَّ الْكَافِرِينَ كَانُوا لَكُمْ عَدُوًّا مُبِينًا. Indeed, the disbelievers are clear. إِنَّ الْكَافِرِينَ كَانُوا لَكُمْ عَدُوًّا مُبِينًا. They are clear enemies upon you. After this, the Quran al-Kareem mentions perhaps something that we might be the first time many of us are hearing, which is called Salatul Khawf. Salatul Khawf is prayed when the Muslim army is facing the enemy and the situation is such that they could perform salah, however, they need to take certain precautions as well. Right? So in that case where obviously when Rasulullah was there, and also in any situation where the Muslim army feels that they want to pray behind one imam. This may be because there may be only one very virtuous person that everyone wants to pray behind him, or the commander may feel that by splitting the army there may be some type of split that may come up in the army, because the army is all about unity. Anything which may cause a split is going to cause a problem. So in light of this, the Sharia has legislated something called Salatul Khawf. How is Salatul Khawf performed? Before we do the translation, I'll explain it. Salatul Khawf is performed that you have the one Imam. So at the time of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, obviously he was there, he was the commander, he was the Imam, everyone wants to pray behind him. So the Imam will stand, and because most probably they are traveling, so the rak'at will be two. In a 4 rak'at, so it will be made into two. So the Imam will stand and he will perform one rak'ah with one group. The army will be divided into two groups. One will be facing the enemy, the other will be praying with the Imam. So the Imam will pray one rak'at with the first group, with group A, whilst group B is facing towards the enemy. So in case any attack comes, group B is there till that time. Group A will pray their one rak'ah. Now when the one rak'ah is done, after the sajda is done of the first rak'ah, this group, that group A which was with the Imam at first, they will go and face the enemy, and group B will come and join the Imam. So the group A has already prayed one rak'at, and now they are on the defense, they are protecting. Now group B, which did not start their salah with the Imam, they are coming now and they are performing salah with the Imam. Now again, one rak'ah will be prayed with this group, and the Imam will make salam because the Imam's 2 rak'at are done. Now this group will go back and protect, whilst the first one will come back and does qada of 1 rak'ah, and then when that one goes, then the second one, group B comes back and finishes their salah. The group A, in technicalities of fiqh, when they come back, they are considered to be lahiq, meaning when they'll come back, they do not do qira'ah, etc. This probably won't occur to any of us, so it doesn't really matter. But as far as the ahkam and commands are concerned, the group B is considered to be masbuq, meaning they missed 1 rak'ah, so they're doing qada, and the group A is considered to be lahiq. These are the rulings of Salatul Khawf. There are some variances amongst the A'immah of the different madhahib. However, this is in general the command. So over here, the Quran Kareem mentions وَإِذَا كُنْتَ فِيهِمْ, that when you are amongst them, فَأَقَمْتَ لَهُمُ الصَّلَاةِ, and you establish salah amongst them, meaning in Salatul Khawf is being spoken over here. فَلْتَقُمْ طَائِفَةٌ مِّنْهُمْ مَعَكَ, one group from amongst you should stand with you, meaning the group A we called. وَلْيَأْخُذُوا أَسْلِحَتَهُم, they shouldn't drop their arms. They will still keep the arms. This is again in that situation where it's possible for this to be done. Where even this is not possible, for example, this occurred in Khandaq or Ahzab, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's 3 salawat were qada. So during Isha time, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, he did qada and then prayed Isha. This is also why when we say that when someone is sahibut tartib, yani he hasn't missed more than 6 salawat, they should pray his qadas in sequence. Okay? You should pray your qada in sequence if it's lesser than 6 salawat. وَلْيَأْخُذُوا أَسْلِحَتَهُم, they don't drop their arms, you should keep your arms. Why? Because it may occur that they break through the lines and then they come and attack you. فَإِذَا سَجَدُوا فَلْيَكُونُوا مِنْ وَرَائِكُمْ, when they go into sajda, meaning the first rak'ah is done, then the group A should go back, yani they should go and face the enemy. وَلْتَأْتِ طَائِفَةٌ أُخْرَى لَمْ يُصَلُّوا, group B who has not prayed yet, they should come and pray. فَلْيُصَلُّوا مَعَكَ, and they should also وَلْيَأْخُذُوا حِذْرَهُم وَأَسْلِحَتَهُم. Yani, look at the balance of the Sharia, that you don't miss your salah, no matter what situation you're in, that you're not missing your salah, but at the same time you are taking your precautions, right? Yani if a person says, I was very tired today, I just couldn't pray, the Sharia says that even if you're in such a situation, you're still supposed to be praying, right? Yes, only when it became such that where really it was impossible, it was for the Sahaba and Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to pray, then they made qada of the salawat because of the pressing situation. وَدَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَوْ تَغْفُلُونَ عَنْ أَسْلِحَتِكُمْ وَأَمْتِعَتِكُمْ فَيَمِيلُونَ عَلَيْكُمْ مَيْلَةً وَاحِدَةً. Those who disbelieve and your enemies, they love that you become oblivious of your weapons and they will be able to attack you at once. Meaning, the Sharia is saying that we're not saying that when you're praying salah you become oblivious. That Sharia is not saying that you drop your weapons in the middle of the battlefield and now you start praying. No. Rather, the Quran Kareem is saying that your enemies would love this. In this, there is hidayah. There is good hidayah in this. There is hidayah in this for us to understand. And I don't want to make this a very political type of bayan or tafsir. But in these ayat, the Quran Kareem gives a very clear understanding to the believers that there are situations for everything. A person should not become defenseless. Unfortunately, there is a certain culture now among certain Muslim crowds, you can say, in this country, that they think that Islam is, in the name of peace, they say that we will never, hold anything, or we will not even defend ourselves. That's not what Islam is. This is a very grave mistake. Again, I'm not making this an issue of a political discussion of gun control or anything of that nature. The idea is this much, that Islam definitely tells us that you should defend yourself. Right? This is definitely there. There's no two ways about it. And this ayah is very clear about this. وَدَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَوْ تَغْفُلُونَ عَنْ أَسْلِحَتِكُمْ وَأَمْتِعَتِكُمْ فَيَمِيلُونَ عَلَيْكُمْ مَيْلَةً وَاحِدَةً وَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْكُمْ إِنْ كَانَ بِكُمْ أَذًى مِّن مَطَرٍ أَوْ كُنْتُمْ مَرْضَىٰ أَن تَضَعُوا أَسْلِحَتَكُمْ. Yani if it's safe and you feel it's difficult for you to hold your weapon also and pray, that you may be feeling tired, etc., then you can rest it. وَخُذُوا حِذْرَكُمْ. However, be cautious the entire time. Multiple times the Quran Kareem, the ayat is telling the Sahaba ma'anhum that be cautious. Where the command of salah is there, even in the battlefield, but it's with caution. وَخُذُوا حِذْرَكُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ أَعَدَّ لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَذَابًا مُهِينًا. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared a disgracing torment for those who reject Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's ayat, those who disbelieve. We make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us to understand the Quran.